Tired of being slow or just want to level up your forward stride to be more like this guy? Well, you've come to the right place, because today we're going over 3 keys to Nathan MacKinnon's forward stride, including drills to work on all of them. So stick around to the end to fast track your way to MacKinnon-like speed. Key number 1, Y angle, specifically ankle collapse. When we're talking Y angle, we're talking about the angle between your blade and the ice. Notice how MacKinnon has an extremely low Y angle on every single stride, to the point where his toe cap is nearly touching the ice, and we also see this definitive break at his ankles, which is a good sign of Y angle. But MacKinnon doesn't just land with aggressive Y angle. He lands with his ankle neutral with a slight bias to the outside edge, and then it collapses in, leading to the Y angle we see at the end. We can also see that really well from the side, where he lands with his boot straight up, and then it collapses in, causing the stride to the side. So how do we get that MacKinnon ankle collapse? Well, like always, we first need to build up the feeling, and then we need to add the feeling into the movement. Field drill 1, ankle collapse walk. In this off-ice drill, you're going to start with your feet pointing away, and then step, landing on the outside edge of your foot. You're then going to allow your ankle to roll and collapse in as you move forward. While performing this drill, you want to let go of all the tension in your ankle. You want to feel like they're extremely loose and they could just roll and sway back and forth. Warning, this is not the safest position for your knee, so be cautious, take it slow and at a low intensity. And if you feel any pain, please stop right away. Field drill 2, ankle rolls. In this drill, you simply want to roll your ankles from side to side, inside edge to outside edge. Again, you want to let go of all the tension in your ankles and have them feel super relaxed and loose. Now that you've got the feeling for collapsing your ankles, let's build that feeling into your stride with the ankle collapse stride auxiliary. In this drill, you're going to start off by gliding on one foot, and all you're going to do is collapse your ankle in like we just worked on and fall forward. What you'll notice is that once your ankle collapses, you'll catch the inside edge and naturally your foot will get almost sucked back as your body travels forward, causing you to stride with no effort. Your cues here are do not push. Let gravity do the work. All you have to do is collapse your ankle and fall forward. Let the stride happen naturally. If you're having a hard time catching the inside edge, make sure that your foot is pointed slightly out prior to collapsing. That should help. Key number 2, shin angle. Shin angle being having your knee forward and in front of your toes. Do not mistake shin angle for knee bend. Although 100% you have to bend your knees, you can bend your knees without getting them over your toes, which is not what MacKinnon does. That's why it's important we make the distinction between knee bend and shin angle. There's plenty of off-ice drills to work on your shin angle and ankle mobility. ATG has some great stuff like the ATG split squat, which is probably the gold standard when it comes to shin angle and ankle mobility. The guys at Hockey Training also do a great job. So instead of focusing on the mobility and strength side, I want to focus on the feel of getting your knee forward and in front of your toes. Field drill 1, Shin Angle Drops. In this drill, you're going to start off by standing on your toes, contracting and flexing your calves. I then want you to let go of all that tension and allow your knee to travel forward. What we're doing here is building up the distinction between tensing and flexing your calves and relaxing them to achieve proper shin angle. Now that we've got the feeling of getting our knee forward, let's take it to the ice with the MacKinnon Knee Forward Auxiliary. Just like the ankle collapse auxiliary, you're going to start off by gliding on one foot and falling forward. But now, instead of focusing on the ankle collapsing, bring your focus to allowing your knee to travel forward. Remember that this is a passive movement. All you're doing is letting your knee travel forward. The only thing I really want you to focus on here, besides getting your knee forward, is to maintain full blade contact on the ice and try to bias your pressure towards the rear of your skate. At this point, you're now ready to combine the ankle collapse stride and the knee forward stride into the MacKinnon fall stride. Here, you're going to initiate the stride with the ankle collapse, fall forward, and on the landing, allow your knee to travel forward. Remember, do not push. Let gravity do the work. Before we get to the third key, I just want to say I did not come up with any of these drills. These were created by Jason Yee at Train 2.0. All I'm doing is passing on that knowledge because they work. I've done them all myself and I've seen major progress. If you want to learn more about the forward stride from the man himself, click the link in the description below. Finally, key number 3, heel to toe rocker. Rocker being how your pressure is moving along the rocker of the blade. In speed mechanics, like the forward stride and the cross under, the rocker pattern is one way, heel to toe, meaning the pressure starts at the heel of your skate and moves up all the way to the toe, finishing at the toe with a slice back. Yes, back. If we take a moment to talk about stride direction, you'll see that it is primarily out to the side until full extension, and then it's back with the recovery. So it's out to the side, back. And as you go back, you slice the ice. So let's put this to practice with field drill 1, the moon rock. In the moon rock, you're going to be on the flats of your blade, striking at the heel and rocking your weight forward to the toe. Your goal here is to build up the feeling of rocking from endpoint to endpoint and taking advantage of the rounded nature of the blade. Your cues are 1. Lift your toe up in your boot. That will help promote the heel strike. 2. Do not push or toe flick. If you do it right, it will look like a toe flick, but it will not feel like one. In essence, the toe flick is just an effect of the rocker. And what you'll notice is that once you get your weight to the absolute front part of your rocker, as your body continues to move forward, your skate boot will automatically snap back, achieving the look of a toe flick without actually flicking your toe. Now that you've got the feeling of the heel to toe rocker, let's bring that feeling into your stride by adding inside edge Y angle with the stutter stride. You can think of the stutter stride as like a half stride, which is great for controlling speed and deception. While doing the stutter stride, you're going to be focusing on all the same things as the moon rock. Lifting your toe up, striking at the heel, and rocking forward to the toe. The only difference is that now you're going to be collapsing to your inside edge like we practiced before. While performing the stutter stride, you want to feel like you are slicing the ice on each step, just like a knife. You will also notice that it looks exactly like a toe flick, but again, it should not feel like one. So do not try to toe flick. Let it happen naturally. I'm sure by now a lot of you are typing in the comment section, but Spencer, MacKinnon and Panarin were not striking at the heel. And of course, you're right. And you'll even see with Jason, as he starts gaining speed, naturally your toe's going to touch down first. But the important thing is that you maintain the feeling like your pressure is starting at the heel and going to the toe. And we build that feeling by emphasizing and deliberately striking at the heel, even though your toe may and probably will touch the ice first. To end it off, it's important to say that the forward stride is a very complex movement, although also extremely overrated in my opinion. So there's much more than these 3 keys, but I picked these 3 as the ankles and rocker are at the foundation of any movement. And now you have that foundation. But understand there's still a lot more to improving your forward stride, so make sure to subscribe.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to learn more about Train 2.0 and the downhill skating system, which is the foundation to all hockey mechanics, all hockey skills, all hockey sense, we've put together a little free training for you. It's 5 parts, 5 secrets to how to move like NHLers using the downhill skating system. And that's available for you if you click the link, and you can sign up and you can go through those lessons to learn this yourself. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.